It's Week 16 of the 2024 season, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Jags and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaughan alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Carr going to throw right away. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 5 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get over.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 23 yards on the play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Carr. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
What's good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Wright's got it. Finding space at the... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Throw left side complete. That's Walters. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now a play fake. Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
That one goes for 24 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Carr now to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Buying time to his left, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack, and speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. They got his man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll be out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ball again. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down movement. Here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Odafe Oweh. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's going to have to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Carr completes it, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth picks it up, and the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 36, Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Jackson now. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Ball again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
Holding offense.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he stopped immediately there. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Back to the ground with Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the option play now to the left. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Jackson. And he bats it away.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something's wrong with that one.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have the Jaguars 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Play action. Now it's Carr. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Jaguars. Terry McLaurin, 42 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw there complete to Hamler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Where's the guys up front?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. At the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The throw over the middle taken in. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, Jackson. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
DC ready? No, we change it. Report!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the top.